Oh, well,
We'll get into that
yeah.
too.
Yeah. So who do I have with me here today?
Hey, so my name is Michele Cash. I am a financial advisor over at Allen Company.
Michele Cash. Is that C-A-S-H?
CASH, just like the money.
And you work at a financial place.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Where are you originally from, if you don't mind me asking?
I am from New Jersey originally, which I don't like to tell a lot of people now because the people from New Jersey and Connecticut and New York are all invading Lakeland.
Oh, they are?
It feels like it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
It just feels like it's gotten very busy.
I know that the political environment's changing and there are
Yeah.
some.
Well, but I've been down here since 2012.
2012.
Yeah, I went to school at East Stroudsburg University, and I received my bachelor's degree, and then I went to Rowan University, which is in South New Jersey, and I got my master's degree, and I was in campus recreation, and I started my journey in personal training and group fitness and the fitness and wellness side of everything. And there's an organization called NERSA, and they encourage everybody who works in campus recreation, whether you're in your college or you're in master's degree, and they help really build up those employees to find jobs after they graduate if they wanted to stay in campus recreation. And so when I was getting ready to graduate with my master's degree, we came down to Tampa because that's where they were hosting the conference. And I was just setting up a bunch of interviews because that's what you do when you're ready.
Shotgun.
You've got your interviews that you're just like, okay, this is a really small school. I'm probably not going to move there, but I'm going to have this as my practice interview. And you just line them up.
That's exactly
line
right.
Them up, line them
Practice,
up.
practice, practice.
Yep. And I met with two individuals from Florida Southern College at their campus rec department, Kelly Andrews and Michael McGeldin, and I just completely fell in love with them. I mean, I was like, these are the people I can work with for sure. And they must have felt the same because then they were like, oh, hey, why don't you come and tour the campus? So while I was down here, they brought me to Lakeland and they were like, hey, this is our campus, this is downtown Lakeland. And I don't know, it just felt like it fit. And I just, I think I canceled all of my other interviews because I was like, this is where I would like to go.
Isn't that a nice feeling?
It is, it's crazy. And being in New Jersey, I think I was 21 or 22 years old. And I went home and I was like, I think I might move to Florida. And my parents were like, what?
About what year was this?
2012.
Well, okay.
Yep. So, yeah, I just got up and they offered me the position and I was like, okay, I'm going to make it work. And I told my parents, because, as a millennial, I'm like, oh, I'll only be down here for 2 years and I'm sure I'll miss New Jersey and miss family and want to come back home. And I bought a house or a condo and I loved it here since then. And the people here are incredible. I just felt so at home. And it's funny because I always tell people, like, when I first moved here, I would go to the grocery store on Sunday morning and I kept thinking, like, where is everybody? Because I'm not used to that, like everybody being at church. So,
okay.
For a while there, I was just like, gosh, this is, I don't know, I just
peace all the time.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I ended up here. And so obviously I'm not at Florida Southern anymore. I've had a couple of jobs since then, but I've really landed myself in financial advising at this point. So
that's fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do you? How did you end up at? What's it called? The place you work for?
Crunch
No.
or Allen Company.
Allen Company.
Allen Company.
How'd you end up out there?
So I've had a couple of jobs beforehand. I felt like I just love working with people and I love having them. I don't know, I never wanted to be an actual teacher, like in the schools.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I have enough patience, and I think very highly of the teachers who are in that industry.
It's another breed. They're a breed in their own.
Yes, they are. So I loved that teaching aspect, just not in the school system. So when I was at Florida Southern College, I started teaching classes and group fitness classes at LA Fitness, and then they closed. And so I've been kind of at different gyms. But along the way, I've met so many different people that have really helped shape although I've had different careers, I feel like they've really helped shape where I wanted to be and where I felt like what I was good at, without sounding very egotistical. But I met a couple who worked at the sheriff's office, so then I joined Polk County Sheriff's Office, and I was in their communications department.
Oh, okay.
It was so much fun, Don.
Is that the 911 site?
Not that one.
Okay.
They're called communications too, but in this communications department, they had the volunteers, they had crime prevention, the public information officers, so the ones who go out and type up the news release and follow Grady
Okay.
around.
So you met and know Grady? That's
Yep,
pretty cool.
yep.
Nice guy, man.
Oh, he's
He's responsible for me starting this podcast.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can believe it.
Yeah, I just met him downtown one time, and we started chit chatting, and he said, "If you ever have a podcast, have me as a guest." I was like,
I'm gonna do
"Ding!"
it.
The light went off. Yeah, I came in and started practicing, got to number
That's so
25,
funny.
and he had me in his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great speaker.
Yeah, America's sheriff.
Yeah, I just ran into him at a dinner not too long ago, and we were chatting, and I told him, I was like, man, that was the best job ever. I had so much fun because I was in crime prevention, so I would go out to schools and I would teach kids about stranger danger, or
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't ever tall enough to dress up as McGruff, the crime dog, and that was my biggest disappointment in working at the sheriff's office. But since then, I started to work in life insurance and supplemental health, and then I met Dana Hurley, who is another advisor at Allen and Company, and she's like, Michele, there is a whole nother world out there for you than just working for one organization and just selling and working with 5 products that you can help people with.
Okay.
So that's where she was like, we really need some help at Allen and Company. We really want to bring on another advisor, and I think you would be great at it. We met at a mutual friend's house, and it's just so crazy how things like that
That's right.
work and how you just run into people.
Yeah, that's a good, clear indication that you're living in the moment.
Yeah.
Do you know that? The things that come naturally when you're living in the moment, as opposed to thinking in the past or worrying about the future, when you're living in the moment, good things happen.
Yeah.
That's a clear indication.
Yeah. And it's just that the thing is, you can be in any industry, but as long as you have the core values and the core foundation of what you want to bring to people, the execution or the avenue in which you do it, I feel like is just, it doesn't matter. I tell people that I want to help them get their aha moment where it's just like, wow, that works, and that's why I still teach group fitness classes. I'm not doing as much personal training just because it takes a lot of time, but with group fitness classes, I mean, you get people who have never worked out or have taken a break or are consistently working out every single day, and to be able to give an environment to them where they're comfortable and they make friends, and it's just, they're like, oh, I come here all the time because of you, and I'm like, really?
Wow, that's
Really?
gotta feel
That's kind
good.
of crazy.
Of course.
But they build community, and that's what I love so much about working at Allen and Company and working at Crunch is you meet people and you help build relationships and establish communities and connect people, and it's really, really
The
cool.
Lakeland, the whole general Lakeland area, Polk County, I found that to be true.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what industry you're in or what street you're walking down,
Mhm.
just the entire environment is
Mhm.
so friendly, southern,
Yeah.
hospitality. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the things I love as well. And
Mhm.
it's a big town and a little town
Yeah.
at the same time. It's so between Papa Tampa and Mama Orlando, it's fantastic.
It
Yeah,
is.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been at Allen and Company?
I have been there for 4 years, I think. I'm going on my 5th, I'll be going into my 5th year
Okay.
there. So, I started off to be an advisor right away, and then I ended up, working more on the admin side for a little bit because we just needed a little bit of extra help with the amount of growth that our team was doing, which is incredible, right? The amount of people that we can reach. So, in the last year is where I became more of the full-time advisor, so.
So, you basically, people who want to invest, you find out where they're at financially and you organize and you guys come together with a plan to invest and get returns.
Yep. And the big thing is what I always tell people with retirement planning or with a financial planner or investing is that those are parts of it, those are pieces of it, but when you meet with clients or when you meet with somebody, I mean, you are in their most intimate moments with them, right? I mean, people work their whole lives to have a paycheck to be able to go on vacation, to support a family, to do all the things that they want to do. And sometimes all of those pieces are just, they're like Humpty Dumpty. Everything is all over the place and they just don't know what to do with it. And just the little simple processes of, yes, it's about, great, let's get you, let's help you earn more and grow your money and have your money work for you. But what really matters in those situations is, you know, somebody who's in maybe their 40s and they're like, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm saving in my 401k plan, we're starting a 529 for our kid, or my husband's doing this, or we're going to open up a business. How do we make sure that we're doing what we want to do now to help us when we can retire? So that planning piece, you know, we're able to work with them and say, hey, this is what we need to be doing, or, you know, you go live your life. You're a crazy saver. Go live, you're gonna be fine. Enjoy your life now too. And then you get people who are 55 and about to retire and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can retire. It's scary. And working with clients who worked their whole life and they've always received a paycheck and then they retire and they're like, I don't know.
Scary time.
That's what I always ask people too. You work everything to retire, right? You think about it, your whole working career of what you need to do to make sure that you can be financially successful, comfortable, all the things. And then when they retire, and one, they're no longer receiving a paycheck, but two, what are you going to do with yourself? That's the thing, because so many people,
surprised.
Yeah, because it's like with you were just like, well, I retired,
That's
and
exactly
then what?
right.
And
it comes on out of nowhere. And they say that sometimes if you haven't got a plan, you drop dead.
Yeah.
I've heard of many people that retire and 6 weeks later they drop dead of a heart attack.
Yeah.
No, so you gotta find something.
You gotta find something. You have to almost relearn who you are and find your purpose in life. That's not work.
First opportunity to be able to do that too sometimes.
Yeah, and you know, so find what works best for you. And I tell people that before, you'll be able to retire. We'll be able to get you a paycheck based on your investable assets, your cash, maybe Social Security, all of your different income sources. But what I want you to focus on too is, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And so that's been the coolest part about being an advisor is you get all of that their whole life, you know, you're with them.
When I retired in 2017, and it was abrupt. I didn't know what the heck to do. Mine wasn't planned. But I knew what I wanted to do. I'd always wanted to do my family ancestry.
Oh, really?
And so for 2 years, I got on the computer and I did I created an account at Ancestry.com, started adding, following. I even made trips to Scotland. I went to Indiana, where my family's from. I went to Kansas. I went to all the grave sites and put flowers on all of my past relatives. And I built my entire family ancestry. And it took me 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
It was blast. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I've got the bug. Once you get the bug to find an you never stop. So that's what I got to do.
Were you surprised on any of them when you found out? Like, what was your biggest surprise?
Oh, I don't want to get emotional, but twice in my family, my great-grandmother, Grandma Ruby, who I met till she died in 1990, she had been, she got pregnant by a man who was not a husband, 10 years older, and she sued him. My grandfather was born, but then my dad was born, then I was born. And that was shocking enough to find that out. Yeah. But then my third great-grandmother, Martha Jane Cohey, she died in 1920. She was born in 47 and died in 1920. Same thing happened. And she described when she sued him, when she sued the grandfather, she said that she described the whole situation, what happened. And they were in the middle of a fair. The Bartholomew County Fair in like 1868, and my second great-grandfather was born. So in my lineage, on my dad's side, 2 mothers got pregnant out of wedlock or whatever, and they both sued them. and I got to go up to Indianapolis, Indiana, and I got to, she never learned to read or write, and she just put an X. So I got to touch the X that she signed, so I made a connection there. And my ancestry is Burns. I got to go to Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland, did Maurice, and Robbie Burns, you know, the poet who does Old Lang Syne.
I think
Every
so.
New Year's, you hear Old Lang Syne at the thing.
Yeah,
He wrote
yeah,
that. He's in my lineage.
Really?
Yeah, it was, so,
Well, we should be interviewing you.
so it was really fun.
Wow.
I keep looking, but the only thing, I have a holy grail. We're supposed to be talking about you, but the holy grail. I've never found an image of Martha Jane Covey. I want an image. She died in 1920, so cameras were around.
There's got to be something.
I went to her church twice, 2 different times. I went to her church, and the church burnt down, and they lost all their photographs and all that. And then a couple years later, I went back to see, you know, I acted stupid. It had burned down.
Oh,
And so I confirmed.
no.
So I'm trying to find an image of my 3rd great-grandmother.
I guess it wouldn't be in like the newspaper at all either, would it?
I've looked, and that's the cute thing about one of the things that's surprising when you look. You find out Martha Jane Covey went and visited her uncle on this day. Like that was the news. Like someone visited someone else was the news. You're like, what? And I found out her husband fell down a well and ripped his nose off. Her husband,
Holy smokes.
Nicholas, he ripped his nose off. Fell down a well.
Could you imagine?
Oh, I can't.
And it's not like, you know,
And he
you could
lived.
get to the emergency room very quickly in
There
the
wasn't nothing.
1800s.
That's right. There
Like
is
you lost your nose and that's it.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
I think we live in a little better time.
I think so. And could you imagine now though if everybody wrote in the newspaper when
Oh
someone
my
went to go
God.
see somebody?
I think they call it social media.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Facebook.
That's true.
Well, how can people get in contact with you?
So I'm actually in the process now, and hopefully maybe I can post it on here when it's up and running, is I'm going to be making a YouTube
Okay.
station. I'm calling it Clarity with Cash. I've got
Clarity
to
with-
use
that's
my name.
fantastic.
I have to use my cash
We'll put
name.
everything down in the description.
Yep. So I'll be making some social media here soon. But at Allen and Company, if you go to our website, alleninvestments.com, you'll be able to find our team page. I work with 2 other advisors on our team, and then we've got a staff who helps us as well. So you can find me there, and then I can put my contact information.
So
in
what's
the
the
description.
content of your Clarity with Cash?
So I'm trying to make it maybe the most common questions that we receive in some of these. Like one of my questions is actually the what to do in retirement when you retire. But another one is, I think is really, really important that we have seen a lot of is my spouse handles everything. And when your spouse handles everything, money, finances, username, passwords, and if something were to happen to them, what do you do? We've, in the past, we've worked with some clients who were just like, usually it's the woman, the widow, and they're like, I have no idea what to do. And so some of those videos are kind of some helpful tips that you guys can start doing now
That's a
instead of
fantastic
waiting.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so just a couple of little things. Some business owners, we love working with business owners and helping them decide what type of retirement plans they can do because, you know, when you are working for an employer, typically you've got a 401k or they offer you benefits, and most business owners, when they open up their own business, maybe they don't realize all of the extra things that you can do to help
Yeah.
prepare for it. So budgeting and debt will be in my YouTube page as
Everybody's
well.
got to deal with that.
Everybody's got to deal with that, and you know it's that thing called paralysis by analysis, I think, or I always get it messed up. I think it's the paralysis by analysis. But when you are in so much debt, and again the Humpty Dumpty thing, where it's like I've got all these pieces and I just don't know what to do with them. So helping people in
Organize.
those, yeah, and just to get started. There's one piece in there that I haven't made the video yet, but everybody always asks me, well, for the financial plan, like, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, it's so hard to explain because it's a program that we use, and it's so cool how you can input different numbers and say, hey, this is what you're doing well, or this is where we need to work on. So I would love to have a video that shows how we do a financial plan and how it all pieces together, because that gives people like oh, wow. You know,
Yeah. Information they didn't know before.
Yeah, yep. So that's
And
really
there's
what
so
I wanna
many
focus
different
on.
people at different stages of life.
Yes.
there's so much going on, because everybody's just starting out, or they're mid-career,
Yeah.
or retired. You'll always be busy, always be busy.
Yeah, and that's actually, I'm glad you brought that up. That was another video that I have as well, is, you know, there are so many financial advisors in Lakeland, and we can all do the same thing. We can all help you retire, and everybody, I'm sure, is more than qualified to help put a plan together. But what the most important piece about finding an advisor is, I don't know if you're on any of those pages on Facebook where they're like, I live in Lakeland, I have questions, and people are always.
Remember, yeah.
Yeah, I love that page.
Yeah, we live in Lake, yeah.
Yeah, and people ask the question, or if somebody's asking for an advisor, people's responses are, well, make sure you look for a fiduciary. Well, most of us are fiduciaries if you pass your licenses and your tests and everything like that. So most advisors are fiduciary, and all that means is, are they doing right by you?
Ethical, more ethical.
More morally ethical, not just selling one proprietary product just to put you in there. And those are all things that are important. You want somebody who is competent, right? But the biggest thing is you want to find somebody who you're doing life with. Because if your spouse passes away, you want somebody you can trust to help you to organize all those finances. If you're like, hey, I'm retired and I want to take a trip, help me figure out where to pull this from. Or I just got a new grandchild and I want to open up a retirement account for them. You're doing life with them. And that's the most important piece, is at the end of the day, you want to be able to call somebody who, yes, can help you handle and organize your finances, but somebody you feel comfortable with. And,
Sure.
And that's where I feel that being a personal trainer and a group exercise instructor, I know that accountability piece, and I know how to help people set goals, because that's what it is, right? I mean,
Sure.
If you're going through debt, you need an accountability person to say, hey.
Well,
watch your
what I usually look at when I seek services, is this person telling me what they would do if they were me?
Mhm.
I always, I'll ask a question, say, hey, how would you do this? Well, if they say, well, this is how I would do it, this is how I do it, and you look and see if their sincerity is the same with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And customer service,
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
Yeah, that makes a big difference, because you want to be comfortable with
And you can get called with a
Yeah.
question in the middle of the evening or whatever,
Mhm.
and they'll always answer the phone.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
So that's one of it's funny, because when I was writing up some of these scripts on these videos, it was almost like I was tearing up a little bit, like, because it means so much, you're handling what everybody's
Sure.
worked for, so you want it to be sincere, and it is, and it's just being able to portray that and let people know that
Yeah.
that is a genuine thing that we truly care about.
When is this gonna launch?
Man, I've had 13 videos that I've recorded
Okay.
so far. So now they're going through our compliance piece. So we have to make
Okay.
sure that we're not promising anything and that kind of thing.
And
so,
all the legal stuff.
yeah, yep. So I will let you know when it is
Absolutely,
up.
that's fantastic.
It's exciting.
We'll get the names. I'm a big .comer.
Yes.
Get your .com.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay,
did.
good.
I think it's claritywithcash.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any of the services, like
Mhm.
Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
get all of those with your handle with that name on it. That's
Yeah.
what I do with I Am Lakeland.
Yeah.
Everything I have is I Am Lakeland.
Mhm.
Yeah, the first one to get the name's important.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you do? Do you do anything in the community besides the yoga and stuff like that?
Yeah. So Allen and Company is part of the chamber, and
They've been around forever,
oh my
right?
gosh, 1932.
1932. Yeah,
Allen-
they're a staple.
Yeah, Allen and Company is the oldest I said law enforcement. They're the oldest investment firm in Florida.
In Florida?
In Florida.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I have found Monica at the chamber. She has just been, she's perfect for that
Everybody
role.
knows Mom.
Oh my gosh, she has welcomed me with open arms. We had lunch and she's really helped me get connected in the chamber, and I love that because, as when I'm meeting with clients, they're constantly asking for referrals, or do you know somebody who does this? So it's been wonderful to get to know so many business owners here in town, and so we can help each other and I can help them and refer business, but it's just been really cool to meet so many different people. So attending the ribbon cuttings, the chamber leads groups, and going to some of the events that they have has really been a lot of fun.
Yeah, she did that for me too as well.
Yeah,
Had lunch with her, and she promoted me. I gave her a cup. She carries my cup.
She's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's best.
Yeah.
There is.
And then I found a networking group here that I just absolutely adore. I attended one meeting and I was like, yep, this is the networking group for me. I had interviewed a couple different other networking groups, but I joined Polk County Women Mean Business with Jessica Robinson and Luana, and it has been such a joy. That group,
And they're growing.
oh my gosh.
They are hot right now too.
It's only, I think I joined in March or April, and I cannot believe how much has changed in just a couple of months. So, you know, what they're starting to do in the community now is incredible. They started the Confidence Closet, where women who maybe can't afford and just want to come in and exchange clothes. I think that's awesome.
And it doesn't cost anything. It's
No.
for the community.
It's for the community, so you guys can come out Saturday morning, the market in Cohatch and shop, or if they wanted to attend one of our networking meetings, they have it set up. So that's really been a lot of fun. I was a part of their fashion show.
Yeah, oh, that's right. A week or two ago.
Yep, I've never had an opportunity to be a model before because I'm not very tall. So I had the opportunity to do that. I was like, yes, I'm going to be a model, of course.
There you go, absolutely.
And then they're also going to be, have you seen the Landman TV series? They just launched this. In that TV series, the wife and her daughter, they go out to a retirement community or like a nursing home, and they hang out with the residents who live there and just bring some joy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We're going to be doing that initiative in August.
Okay.
And going out to one of the nursing homes here, I don't remember the name of it, and bringing the Confidence Closet. So if they wanted to dress up, and some of the members in our group are going to be doing hair and makeup for them. So it's just going to be a fun, it's a different way to get plugged into the community, because, you know, with a nursing home like that, you know, you get some love and attention and some fun.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. We did a podcast with them, and I support them. We promote them all. We work together. Yes,
Yeah.
they're making changes, good changes
very
in
good.
our community.
Yes.
They really are.
Yeah. So it's
And they're
been-
growing too.
I think we're at 80 members now.
Yeah.
That was probably completely outdated as of today, but I'm sure there's more at this point. I feel like there's 88, but yeah, it's been a great group so far, and I really enjoy it. I've started a Coffee with Cash, and I have to give Luana the piece here too, because she's made it Coffee with Cash at Cohatch.
There you go. That's
It's
fantastic.
a tongue twister.
That's right.
So
When are you going to do that?
I've been starting it. I post it in our app, our group, and I just say, hey, I'm going to be at Mitchell's Coffee House on Wednesday at 9 a.m. if anybody wants to join. So I'll be posting that on social media here soon. So if anybody ever just wants to sit down with me and meet me, and I'm not going to force them to open up a
That's
Roth
right.
IRA, but it's just my way of getting to know people on more of a one-to-one basis, because that's where, I don't know, that's where the magic happens in a relationship,
Yeah.
where it's just,
No
you get to know
pressure.
them. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
pressure. It's just, hey, let's have coffee or tea. I haven't drank this much coffee in a long time, so I find myself shaking on like all my coffee dates.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's something that I would love anybody to come out to. I'll be posting it on my social media pages once they're up and running, and if anybody ever wants to join, no pressure.
That's basically what I do.
Yeah.
It's every Friday, Coffee with Don, entrepreneurs in Lakeland.
Yeah.
And anybody's welcome, 8:30, 9:30 every Friday.
Yeah. It's been fun, and they have donut. You bring donuts every Friday.
Brian,
Brian brings
who makes
donuts.
our 3D things,
Oh.
he's the one who supports and makes those and brings the donuts.
Okay.
Everything. He's been doing it. He's the longest one. He's been here every week for 2 years.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
the biggest supporter there is. Yeah,
That's wonderful.
he's a good guy.
Yeah, but you love it. I mean, that's how you get to know people.
That's right. Yeah, and it works. It works.
It
People,
does.
you get to know new friends. You get to help people,
Mhm.
save people money.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's how we met.
That's
I
right.
came to your coffee.
yeah, absolutely.
So it is.
Well, you sound sincere to me. I'd hire you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I look forward to. Is there anything else you can add?
I really appreciate you having me on here. This was a lot of fun. This was easier than I thought it would be. I was a little nervous.
Well, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. I want to thank Cohats for letting me use this
Yeah.
beautiful room.
I know.
Cohats is fantastic.
It is.
Well, you have a
Love it.
fan to thank you, Michelle,
Thank
for your
you,
time.
Don. Thank you so much.
And have a wonderful day.
You too.